powers of the Source rippling through the air. The island, yonder. It is doom or destiny. Naught but the demon I'm hunting. A trivial task, really, compared to your current pursuits of divinity. She's a beautiful enigma, isn't she? All elven grace, and her own evil twin to boot. Yet she defies good and evil in a particularly charming, therefore particularly perilous way. I hope to hear her whole story someday. I'm certain it'll be quite the tale.
Jahan takes you by the arm, his voice a whisper.
By the by, do please remember the warning I gave you in the woods. Should Losa come close to divine ascension, you must act. You must kill her.
You don't look very divine to me. What are you waiting for? Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken, but judging by the ships burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive and ascend.
Gareth greets you warmly. He's oddly chipper. More chipper than you've ever seen him, and certainly more chipper than most people mourning dead loved ones.
I should thank you. I don't know what came over me. Praise Lucian, I had you to put me on the right track. I'm grateful for your kindness. I needed time to think. My parents led good lives. I'd rather celebrate them for the love they gave me than to wail over their loss. Besides, we have work to do. Once we anchor at the Nameless Isle, I'll scout ahead, see if I can help locate the council and ease the way. I'll report to you on what I find.
Gareth offers his farewell and hums to himself. You recognize the tune, Blessed and Bold, a hymn praising Lucian.
You don't look very...
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder? Dangers indeed. You can almost hear the sounds of battle when the wind shifts correctly. And where there's battle, there's bound to be mercenaries. Gleku Duma, the words of the lone wolves. No doubt my former comrades will have them in their employ. Speak their words, and you might pass. Speak their words, and you might pass. Consider it a token of my thanks for the assistance in retrieving anathema. Pursuit of my interests has led me to fall in with some disreputable company in my time. For a short while, one such group was the Black Ring. I know, not something to be proud of. But they let me do as I wished, so desperate they were for aid after the death fog cut them down to size. A fine arrangement, until they started preaching about this God King and his infernal covenant.
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god, and an army of fools willing to follow him. It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. This God King has caused to make war with the Seven, and the Covenant is how he's gathered his army. They become sworn, as it was put to me, bound to serve, die, and be reborn for the God King for as long as he wishes. Then, at some ill-defined point in the future, they think they'll be rewarded. You should have seen them all, on their knees, worshipping a new tyrant just to spite 7 old ones. I got away from them while I still could. Unfortunately, Dallas was waiting to snatch me. There's a clue in the name. He's a god, or something that wants to be a god. Continue to march to the Seven's beat, and I'm sure you'll find out exactly what he is. They're all the same, you know. Tyrants, liars, carrion birds. The best thing would be for them all to destroy each other and leave the rest of us to live in peace. My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident of success, though.
You can put a price on the warriors I have for hire, but you can't put a price on the glory they'll win you.
You must at this place.
Tread carefully, my dear. Those are black ring banners that I spy on the shore. I studied the tablet that you so generously provided. It showed me everything I need to know about creating a functional Swornbreaker. Once I have that, I'll be free of the Covenant. And free to spend the rest of my days with Mahalli. See those structures further inland? Remarkably like those from the caverns of the Black Pits, aren't they? Should you discover the parts needed for a Swornbreaker, please bring them to me. I'll make it worth your while. Also, You will likely encounter sworn followers of the God King on that island, I suspect. I would avoid combat if possible. Death can be less than final for them, if the God King wills it.
Almira doesn't respond right away. Instead, she turns and gazes intently at the island. After a long moment, she finally speaks.
I sense a familiar presence. The Sallow Man. Yes. He's there somewhere. Likely commanding Black Ring forces. You should seek him out. He's a foul creature, but not opposed to cutting a deal. Beware his underlings, though. If they challenge your presence, pose as a thrall of mine, and you should gain safe passage. My name should still command respect among them.
Allies for hire.
Hello. Of course. Told you I would, didn't I? Sure thing.
This place is turbulent. I can feel the ground quake.
His bodies have been purged.
Who could have done this?
I suspect we shall soon find out.
Before you stands, you've seen machinery like this.
a bath.
Purging? The plot thinnens.
Hard to fathom such magic, even when it's right before your eyes. Magisters and paladins, all dead. No spirits linger here. Strange.
A hulking black ring captain glares at you with his one eye. The other one, a weeping socket surrounded by recent burn wounds.
You're not one of mine. You're not from headquarters either. Explain yourself, or I'll open you up and rip out an answer myself.
His blade is inching out of its scabbard, even as he speaks.
Almira, apologies, mistress. I'd never have dreamed of questioning any thrall of yours.
He bows and gestures for you to pass.
Yow! Thank you, mistress. Pass freely.
See how we turn the world the Seven created against them? We drown their very temples with the oceans themselves. The God King will smile upon us.
That conjurer laid waste to an entire temple in an instant. After we bled ourselves dry trying to take it. Whatever reward that was coming to us is all for her now.
Nothing to see here. I know it's doomed.
The automaton doesn't... Embedded in the stone stands an ancient and venerable sword, as sharp and as strong as the day it was made. It feels good, cool to the touch, and a perfect fit for your hand. The sword does not budge. The sword slides smoothly free, but the silence of the cave is broken by the clank and whir of machinery. Uh-oh.
Prepare yourself.
Embedded in the... It feels the sword slides smoothly...
These look curiously familiar.
The conjurer pays you no heed. A saltwater crocodile looks around, seemingly disoriented. It spots you.
Where'd the water go? Why does my head hurt so much? The shore.
The crocodile
If I understand this correctly, it looks like this place gave the Black Ring a bloody nose. Just be careful ahead. If I understand this correctly, it reads, walk safely in Vrogir's path. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Now, that's a trap.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. Careful! I've spotted a trap.
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
Look out!
Careful.
I see a trap nearby. Careful now. That's a trap.
Spotted a trap.
What's this? I found something.
An ancient-looking lever stands before you. It's still damp from the recently receded floodwater. There's a small slot in the side of the lever, almost like a keyhole. A deep rumble heralds the wall beyond. Kneeling before you is the spirit of a priest, an orc priest. He produces an ornate dagger and slices open the palm of his hand. Around him, a sound suddenly rises to a roar of rushing water.
Rogier, I am your servant to my last breath.
He daubs the altar with his spectral blood and bows. The roar of water intensifies. He is suddenly swept forward. The grim drip, drip, drip of floodwater and the bloated body. Your vision clouds as you watch. After a few more minutes' struggle, it slumps.
Strength! Give me your vigor!
The god shifts shape again, contorting into a snake. Grimacing, you reach out your hand, and you feel his curse spreading throughout your body. As your strength, you drag your hand back before the god bursts into yellow flame, searing its way through the log. Vroegir transforms again. The vision slowly fades, and you are back in the temple. The altar sits before you, defiantly silent. You see the image of a sun crudely carved into the rock. The spirit of another orc stands before you.
Dogs, skulking vermin, cowards.
He hurls the warhammer away with a final yell before...
Godwoken, you're here. Did you kill the Black Ring runts who defiled Rogir's temple, who flooded this sacred temple rather than test me in battle? Good. Heretics deserve only death. This temple was a fortress. My traps made it untouchable, unpassable. That weasel, that sad old man, he responded not with strength, but with soggy cowardice, and made me look the fool. Face me, you milk-livered mouse! The world grew too civilized for us. No plunder, no glory, nothing to make our hearts quicken. My people left you to your cities and farms and soft beds. They went far in search of a place where they could be alive. But I am a knight of Vroegir. I stand vigil. I do not know what became of them.
close to the Hall of Echoes, comrade.
Quick as a flash, the Magister has an arrow notched on his raised bow. He falters. A glimmer of recognition crosses his face, followed a moment later by a wry smile.
My Fort Joy savior! I never thought I'd clap eyes on you again. You always seem to catch me at a low ebb, unfortunately. My troop was slaughtered by Black Ring. I'm the only survivor. What are you doing here?
A skeptical eyebrow arches upwards.
You, Godwoken? That seems unlikely. Never mind. There are more important matters at hand. Bishop Alexander and the others might still be out there. I need to find them. Let me stay by your side for now. You can count on my bow in any fights to come.
He nods.
I never thought I'd follow him. Not after Fort Joy. But he won over us veterans, Magister and Paladin alike. He's like a different man, now that he's found the path to divinity. He broke free from Dallas and Breedman's influence, and they tried to murder him for it. Them and their white magisters. Us loyalists had to stand by his side. The fracturing of the Divine Order, the Voidwoken crisis, multiple attempts on his life. He's let none of it deter him. Now ascension is within sight at last.
He slings a quiver of arrows across his back and nods.
Eyes sharp.
You frown with surprise. Alexander vanished along with all the others when the Lady Vengeance breached the Hall of Echoes. You assumed he was dead.
If he still thinks he's the one that will replace Daddy Dearest, he's in for a surprise.
Cutting him down a second time will be even more satisfying than the first. And this time, it'll be permanent.
Oh, won't he be ever so happy to see us? This is going to be extra fun.
As if from nowhere, a sweating warrior appears before you.
Who the hell's be yow? Thralls to Almira. I borrow yow.
He points you towards the nearby tent.
Yow have yower orders. Get to it. Yow disappoint me, mistress. The God King shall hear of this. Yower thralls must fight with us.
Comprehension spreads across his face, and he bares his teeth.
I fear not death, for I shall have eternal life. Yow should fear yower own demise, for yow it is yower end.
Breathless, the Magister fishes out a canteen of water. She gulps half of it down, then splashes blood and grime from her face with the rest. She nods at you, a touch wary.
My thanks for your help. But who are you? Guardwoken? There's only one Guardwoken on this island, and it isn't you. I owe you, but it doesn't mean I'll tolerate blasphemy either. Understand? Anyway, if you need shelter, look for the Bishop and the rest of my comrades. They retreated north to our rendezvous point. We'll head there once we've tended to our fallen. Isn't it bloody obvious? They're destroying the sacred temples and killing everyone in sight. If I were you, I'd get out of the open as soon as possible. Our true leader has returned and united us. It's nothing short of a miracle he's made it this far. He's dodged assassins more than once. Now it's our holy duty to safeguard him until he becomes the next divine. And that means putting these Black Ring devils to the sword.
The altar stands in honor of Ralik, first of the gods, and
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder?
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
I'm afraid that exploring this island would only consume precious time that I need for my work. I shall be remaining here.
Expert warriors for hire. Seasoned in combat. They won't let you down.
Corbin, the Fletcher you rescued from Roost Anon at the Culwood Mills, sparks to life at the sight of you and breaks into a great grin.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I mean, hey, how are you? All settled in myself? Can't tell you how glad I am to be here. And thank you for bringing me. I feel it, you know? I really do. By all means. Like to take a look by all means. Like to take a look by all means. Like to take a look at what I've been... By all means.
The little girl doesn't acknowledge your presence. As you approach, the silent monk puffs.
Like to take a look at... By all means.
I've never seen ruins like these.
You don't get out much, do you?
We have to tend to our dead before
My thanks to you and your friends. I had never died before. I felt so much pain, so much fear. It was delicious. A shame I shall not taste death again once my lord returns. But when he does, you will beg for the sweet aroma of death. Oh no, there you are quite mistaken. I have already taken his covenant, and he rewards his loyal followers. Do not fear. I will return. What? No. No, you can't. I am to be reborn. I am his favorite. Get back. Get back, I command you.
The spirit turns to run, but he's already yours. He starts to fade as his power begins to flow into your veins.
No, you can't. I was promised eternity. Please. Please.
Black Ring? I thought they were a spent force. Clearly not.
This place will be nice when it's finished.
Do you serve the God King's scum? You serve the great Almira. The sallow man will want to speak with you. Take this.
He hands you a mirror of the blackest glass. The glass is black, at first, but then a sickly haze begins to form, like sand upon a pond. The haze shimmers and becomes, you feel his hate, his avarice, his thirst for blood. God-woken blood. He does not speak, and yet he asks you who you are. You know the wrong answer will send this man, this sallow man, into a ferocious rage. His eyes burn. Fork-tongue's lips.
I said. You, sir.
He hands you a mirror. The glove. You feel his hate, his avarice, his thirst for blood. God-woken blood. He does. It works. And instantly you know what the sallow man wants. Alexander's head, cut from his body and brought to his cave. And you know, too, what he's offering. Whatever you desire yourself to be. A new you, better than before. All your flaws gone forever. Sallow turns away. You're done.
What did Sallow say? That's our task. We would take the Elven Temple as soon as we could pass the Shriekers. You steal our service.
He seems on the verge of responding aggressively, but changes his mind and lowers his head in respect.
The mistress is most welcome. Oh, serve your god and king.
Explain yourself!
The elf's deep golden eyes go wide. A strange smile dances across his mouth, and he starts to roar with laughter.
The gods chose you as their champion. Some bones past their prime. Run home, little God-woken. You find only death here. You speak loudly, young God-woken, but I see only a barking dog. You are not worthy of this temple. Leave. Run back to your hearth. Cower there while death searches for you.
The laughter dies from the elf's eyes, replaced with weary seriousness.
Good. It is proper that the God-woken should not be so easily pushed away. Too many are not ready for the trial tonight. You may proceed. You find no threat here. Not from me, at least.
The elf raises a bushy eyebrow.
One demands from one's lessers. I am your equal, God-woken. Once, I stand where you stand. My gods chosen, fighting to be the divine. The trials do not kill me, but neither do I triumph. Another becomes divine, and I remain here to serve Tercindelius and protect his chosen. It is not the place of a knight to reveal such things. We walked your path once. You must discover it yourself, as we did. Turn to the gods. Their guidance alone will lead you. Yes, he resides here for a time. He and his troop commandeered the top level of my temple. He is not the God-woken I expect. Few ferocious warriors bring an army, or shrieking monsters tied to posts. The island is not overrun. This temple stands strong. The other gods were clearly not as powerful as Tercindelius. In his fortress, the Black Ring did not succeed. They do not kill the God-woken, but they do not fail. Now, knights and God-woken both cower behind monsters, tied to sticks. Will Rallic ever watch over you?
The spirit of a Black Ring witch stands over her.
Please, my king, raise me again. The shriekers are so close, I didn't have time to flee. I'll be swift the next time, I promise.
The temple must hold. The temple must hold. We held them off. We held them off. We held them off, and Alexander was saved.
Tell me again what's waiting for
Go
us.
serve your god and king. So, you are of some use,
By our God King's side.
The bear gives you a serious look.
Can I ask you, a philosophical question. Okay then, if a tree falls in a forest and the whole place is covered in death fog, does anyone care? Does anyone hear what? I don't know. The death fog covered the forest and everybody died. Didn't even have time to scream.
She gives you a long, wet-eyed...
I thought no one cared. I thought no one cared.
With a sigh.
Speak, Godwoken, but be sharp. Time passes quickly. They have come to stop the Ascension. They are doing all they can to kill the Godwoken and defile our temples. But we will not be so easily cowed. I am a knight of Tersen Delius, one of the last living knights on this island. Once I could stand with you, my god's chosen champion. Godwoken. I do not ascend, but nor do I die in the trials. So I dedicate my life to Tersen Delius. That is not for a knight. Only the gods may guide you. He and his circus have claimed the top left.
Oh, serve your god and king, you scum! So,